What's up, y'all? It's Bluth Banana 97, and today I wanted to talk about not holding strong opinions and why, for the most part, I try not to hold strong opinions. And the funny thing, the ironic thing is, this video is my opinion about whether or not you should hold strong opinions, right? But even this opinion, if I find evidence for a reason why you should hold a strong opinion, then I'll change it. But like, I think, when I say strong opinions, I mean like, don't hold an opinion that can't be like that can't have any nuance or, you know, semi contradictions, because life is a bunch of contradictions and paradoxes, right? There are certain strong opinions you should hold, and that's conflicting with what I just said, where I said, don't hold strong opinions. But like, there are certain strong opinions you should hold, right? Like, you should be a good person, you should have morals and a code of ethics, and you shouldn't hurt people, all that. You should be strong in your opinion of that. But when it comes to things like things that are areas of gray, it's you want to have a nuanced opinion. So I'll give you an example, right? There is, I'll give you an example from my previous videos, right? My previous videos, they've all been, a lot of them have been opinions, right? And I've talked about, for example, the great gender divide, or the, trying to be humble, stuff like that, right? But everything is on a case-by-case basis and is shades of gray, right? Like, for example, in my video on the great gender divide, I talked about how there's a lack of accountability and responsibility on both sides between men and women. But again, that's, not something that I hold strongly, because there's nuance to it. There are men and women out there who are accountable and responsible, right? And also, the great gender divide the issue can't really just be reduced to a lack of accountability and responsibility. It's a super nuanced issue. There are certain aspects where people are missing accountability and responsibility, but there's other aspects where, there are factors I can't even imagine, right? Or haven't considered before, or, and that's kind of why, like, I always leave my opinions open in terms of, I can add more nuance to them or subtract nuance to them, or, add different perspectives, or hold more than one perspective, or like, even semi-contradictions and paradoxes, can be considered and added to the opinion, and my opinion can always be upgraded, I don't believe that you can I believe, there is probably objective truth out there, but I don't know if human beings will be able to ever 100% know the objective truth. I think that in terms of, our abilities as humans, we overestimate our abilities to perceive what is true and what is not, right? And that's a lack of humility on our parts, and we all suffer from it, me especially, right? But I think that opinions, a lot of them, don't need to be that strong, and there's always nuance, there's always more to learn, and the more you know you don't know shit. That's an MF Doom quote for all of you MF Doom fans. But I think, as you like gain maturity and experience and wisdom, you start to realize that, we're all human beings. We're all trying to figure things out. No one has like 100% answers, or, to every situation and everything. And like, in that case, right, we need to realize, we all come up short in different areas, right? We all have flaws. We all have flawed perspectives. And, there's a case to be made. We should share those perspectives, but we should also be open to other perspectives, upgrading our perspectives, constantly updating them. We can't perceive 100% truth and always be 100% right, but we can, gradually become less and less wrong, reduce the percentage we're wrong by. And that's something that I feel that, like, for example, on the internet, I think the reason people get into such heated debates is a tendency, our human tendency to hold our opinions so strongly. And we all suffer from this. Like, if I left a comment on a YouTube video and someone, attacked me for it or disagreed with me for it, my initial reaction is going to be defensiveness, right? But, like, you have to, like, feel that defensiveness but choose not to respond out of defensiveness. So, like, if I left a comment stating my opinion on a YouTube video and someone said, wow, you suck, your opinion isn't valid, I could just say, fair enough, or a good point, or, I'm open to hearing other opinions, right? Because, yeah, I could be wrong, and I think we all need to acknowledge we could be wrong, and it's something that everyone should ask themselves, like, what if I'm wrong? What if we're all wrong? What if, the thing is, right, even science, right, when Isaac Newton first discovered gravity, he didn't have the full concept of gravity. Like, we didn't know about, like, gravitational fields and that, I don't know enough about gravity to speak on this, but, like, I think he thought that gravity was like a linear force, but, like, it's actually like curved fields or something, right? And so that's one thing, right? And then Einstein himself, widely considered the smartest person ever, brought about the theory of relativity, but he was a heavy critic of quantum physics. But then, quantum physics has been proven to, started to be proven that, it's probably true. And, knowledge is always going to get upgraded and outpace us human beings. We just have to, be less and less wrong and continue to learn and adopt a mindset that, yeah, we could be wrong on lots of issues. Almost every issue we could be wrong. On every topic, right? We could be wrong. So, I don't know if I've given this example before, but maybe I should give it again if I have, right? When I first was starting to learn basketball, I looked up some YouTube videos on how to shoot a basketball. And, I was first learning basketball, and I mastered the jump shot somewhat, and I could make some pretty difficult shots. And I thought, hey, that means I'm really good at basketball. But I didn't realize that was my ignorance speaking, because while I could shoot, I had a slow release. And so I quickened my release. But then once I quickened my release, I realized I didn't have the ball handling ability to create space to get my shot off. Then once I developed, the ball handling ability to somewhat create space, right, I realized that I didn't know how to pass or defend, or, how to throw someone open, or how to run a pick and roll, or how to run pick and roll defense, or how to throw a skip pass, or how to finish layups with both hands, or how to shoot floaters, or and the thing is, like, I can go on and on listing, like, more and more granular details, but the point is, right, knowledge in every field is actually a bunch of rabbit holes, and we can only explore a certain amount of that rabbit hole or that cave, right? And we can just continue to find more and more of it and learn more and more, but we got to realize, right, we're not as good as we think we are. We're not as knowledgeable as we think we are. And there's always more to learn. There's always more to do. Always more to achieve. Always more to get better at. And because once you become a master of something, you realize just how much more there is left to do. So I think we need more humility, and it's the same with like all those armchair quarterbacks, right? I think armchair quarterbacks, they say, oh, why didn't the quarterback do this? It's such a simple play, whatever, right? But like, they don't know all the things that go into quarterbacking, right? They don't know that the reads the quarterback has to make, how the quarterback has to look people off with their eyes. They don't know that the quarterback has to see over the line and adjust their arm angle and throw velocity and like make all these calculations within a few like milliseconds, and like their throwing motion and footwork have to be great. They have to know when to step up in the pocket and when not to. They have to know when to trust a receiver and when not to. They have to, know when to throw the back shoulder or throw it inside or against what leverage. And, the point is, right, all these quarterbacks have to consider all these things, right? And, I mean, obviously it's their job to do so, which is why they get paid millions of dollars, because it's very, very complex at the pro level or the college level. But the armchair quarterbacks think, oh, it's just as simple as doing this. But it's not, everything is more complex than you think. So anyway, all this is about humility, right? And all of this goes back to, we shouldn't hold like too many strong opinions, or at least we should keep our opinions open for adjustment and upgrading and updating. So and here's the thing too, like, I may put out this video and someone may give me a perspective I've never considered. And then, it may help me upgrade my opinion. So I welcome that, I welcome realizing I was wrong, because, hey, there's always more to learn, and it makes me better. Anyway, I appreciate it, you guys. Take care. Bye.